We're going to take a moment and we're going to talk about where you are right now in the midst of your plan of salvation, plan of exaltation, because you have a lot of things right, but I think there's a little bit you don't understand yet. First of all, I want to, before I do that, I want to talk about the word me. Sometimes when you look upon the face of the waters, things look upside down. The waters, the matters. In the beginning was the Spirit of God, and he looked upon the face of the deep, the waters. Waters, matters, matter, matter. Matter has two T's. Water, M and W have a special connection. Just like the number 8, like your 8-pointed star, is a symbol of infinity, all that is infinite in the finite. The M and the W have something very much in common. It is like taking that 8 and cutting it in half. Now you have an M and a W. The matter, M-A-T-T-E-R, fine. Turn it around, it is the water. The matters, the water. The matter, M-A-T-E-R, one more time. In Latin is the mother. Like the female principle. Something very similar to what you call your heavenly mother. He looked upon the face of the waters, the matters. But we're going to get to where you are right now. And I have to tell you that when Eve partook of the tree of knowledge now. And I want to stress this again, this was the tree of knowledge of good and evil. It does not literally take away the untarnishable substance of all that is, has nothing outside of it, for it is the totality. It is the totality. It is eternal, beyond beginning or end, and containing all that is time and many times and many seasons as one. When she partook of that fruit to gain knowledge of good and evil, she was cast out. Now where? You say in the kingdom of the stars, the telestial? Was she cast out into the terrestrial? By the way, we're going to get the tares, T-E-R-T-A-R-E-S, out of the terrestrial kingdoms. Or was she cast in the celestial? Because you have this whole pyramidal hierarchy of these three kingdoms. Now, I'm not for the 3 degrees. I don't stand for that, but yet she did. So, for some reason, she wanted to gain knowledge, and she was cast out. And since I live in Missouri, which I never thought I would, but I ended up here the last couple of years, up north in Kansas City, you say, is Adam-on-Diamond, and that is where they were cast out. That is what you say. Fine. By the way, that's in Daviess County, almost like King David. Wow, what a coincidence. We'll talk about that more. Where do we cast her out? There are 3 things that, besides what you say is the celestial, terrestrial, and the telestial. There are the spirit prison and paradise, where we wait, you said. Wait. W-E-I-G-H-T, there's an 8. White. Remember, the word height has E-I-G-H-T, and you pronounce it in that word, height, even though it is 8. That is where we wait. White. White, W-H-I-T-E. Ite and 8, remember, have a similar sound and they're very connected. Don't be confused with the spelling, because sometimes the spelling gives it away and points to it even so. Sometimes you might notice that some words are spelt differently, yet if you look at the same sound in another word, how come the rules change suddenly? Well, that's how the mind works. So, but that is the weight, that is the white, and that is your late, and that is your light. Even Einstein said light is late, and has its bounds, 186,000 miles a second, I think. But we don't have any place to put that tree. What tree? There's 3 things there. T-R-I, a tri, a tree. Like trio has T-R-I, remember. We have nowhere to put that tree of knowledge of good and evil. The earth where you are and you're incarnated in now, in the flesh, and that paradise and that spirit prison are 3. The tree, that's a trio. We have nowhere else to put that tree of knowledge and those who partake of it, except for in the one place that is even lower than all of the glories of which you say are. And I have to tell you, folks, you may not know this, but you are in outer darkness already. We have nowhere else to put that. That is not the truth of life. Life is one. Life is one whole, and the tree of life is one word. Every word has that complete word in it. Do you see the one word in every word? For we are words. Get the S off it. You see many words. Every soul is a word. For Christ is the Word, and the Word was made flesh. And you are here for a reason in outer darkness, you Saturday's warrior. You want to say Saturday's warrior? Then we'll talk about it. I love Saturday's warrior. I was raised as a Mormon. I know all about it. Sattvas in the east is the saintly guna. A saintly guna is a bound. A guna is a bound. You cannot take the east so far away from the west, my friends. It is very, very close. Your Abraham was a Brahmin. Okay? So was Melchizedek, a priest and a king. So you are in outer darkness. Now I want you to know, this is not, even the telestial kingdom is much more glorious than this. That's what Joseph Smith said. He said even the lowest of what you call the thirds is even much more glorious than this. And it said, Christ descended below all things, and a light shineth in the darkness. The true light, that is the one light that lighteth, that's the life that lights all men, is the life and light of all men, shined in the darkness and was made flesh. Shined in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Why did the darkness not comprehend it here in outer darkness? Because it thinks it is light instead. And that is the loose, L-U-C, Lucifer. Fur, by the way, I want to tell you something. Fur means many things, but if you listen to it, we are telling ourselves things many times. Fur is hair, no doubt about it, and serpents don't have it. They have no hairs. They gave up the air, the H-E-I-R. And he has, Lucifer means he wants to be the air. Your hair, air, H-A-I-R, all these words are connected. Fur, loose air, the H-E-I-R. He wanted to be the air instead, and took some with him. And Eve was cast into outer darkness with Adam. And they have been trying to toil the royal soil ever since. But that's where we are right now. So look around, take a deep breath, don't panic. By the way, I always want you to think of the words as I say it. We're going to think about words throughout this. God has a way with words. God has a way with the words. The W-A-Y, day, way, he has a way with words. Of course, he and the word are one. So look around and let's just take a deep breath, because I'm here with you, so do not fear. We are all here. Okay? We are Saturday's warriors, and that is why you are saints. It is the saintly guna. S-A, look it up on Google, I don't care. S-A-T-T-V-A is a Sanskrit word from India. It is sattva. Sat, tat, all of these words are from India. The wise men of the East knew it. So don't throw the East out the window, my friends. To be so far west in order to be the best. Okay? We'll talk about that a little later, except for I do want to say something. You say you are in the mists of darkness. Don't throw out the mystics. Sometimes they see the one in the mist, where everyone else looks at the mist and sees many drops and thinks we are all separate. Yet the mystics say we are one, just like Christ. He is a mystic. He can see through the mist of darkness, and he tells you the truth. Love one another, for whatever you've done to the least of these, you've done to me, he said. For I and my Father are one, and you are one with me. And we are one body, and this is my body. Partake of it. We are one. We are all the same body. By the way, the word body, think about this. Adam was made of clay, they say. Fine. Dirt, clay, dust. What is adobe? There's an E at the end. It's not Y. But sometimes D and B are opposites, like a mirror. Adobe is like dirt, a body adobe. Okay? Think about words like that sometimes, and you might see some meanings that you thought were hidden, that you were looking at all the time, even though you think the confusion of tongues has hid them, has hid the one language in all the tongues. You can see it. So Adam was cast out, and Eve, into outer